many black people fail to realize is that their inability to accept what has happened throughout history and even till this present day has left a crippling effect on the black community, from the economy to the children, to the education, and even the development as a whole. As a result of this crippling, there is a tendency that many black people lean to be white. I'm just going to jump straight to it. I think it's evident, and I'm sure you will find that this is very true amongst black celebrities and just black masses as a whole, that if this tendency didn't exist, we would actually have the power to actually pull everything we currently have in this present moment and actually develop something of our own, rather than trying to accommodate for the white standard and the white law. The white law wasn't made for black people, and I think that it has been beyond evidence that black people are never held to any sort of equity or fair treatment under the law. It is only when the black man knows how to actually use his blackness, his assertiveness, his dominance to actually use the community and the overall influence that black people have to address some of these problems and these concerns that oppress black people today. It is quite scary. It is quite scary because you never know how to work around this problem until you truly develop an effective response and a strategy which does not involve putting on the persona of a white person. That shows me that you're insecure. It shows me that you're weak. And I am sure and I'm confident that a lot of black people have been in this position where that has been the main resort when backed into a corner by a mass majority where we do not belong. The natural response is the path of least resistance, which is to surrender, to bow down at the hands of the whites, and to accept the philosophy of whites. But that's not going to work. It works for white people because they're whites. That's how white people live. That's not how black people live. I can tell you that because I know black masses all around the world, and I can tell you none of them thrived in their economies by being white. It is only the black people in America who have been tricked into thinking that that is the method, and that is the way, and that is the solution towards the mass suppression that these white people have put on. It is a natural tendency to join these oppressors, and it is a natural tendency to actually mingle with them. And as a result of mingling with these people, you will find that these black masses, or these black people who have been overtaken, have decided to turn on their own people, turn on their own economy, and basically sell their people out into nothing but lives of even furthermore pain, furthermore fear, and the rippling effects can only be felt by the black masses for as long as they believe that they are trapped by white America, without actually considering the solution that perhaps they should press white America, that they should raise this problem to white America. And we've known this to be an effective strategy through some of the strongest black men that we have ever seen walk on the roads of white America. The list of honorable black civil rights activists, of black people who pioneered a way into sports, of black people who are in movies, and even black owned companies can be a prime example of what happens when you actually pursue your life as a black man. And instead of adopting the white philosophy, instead of adopting the white teachings you as a black man can actually understand that the significance, the same reward that white people have tricked themselves into receiving from the benefit of black people is actually a reward that is integral to the black community and to black culture. And this reward will always remain marginally greater than any reward that white people may convince themselves that they can receive from your labor and from your worth. I can assure you from the top of my hat, through the economic, the education and the resources which I personally work on and receive, that the same energy that has been given to white America through labor, through the historic procedures, and even through the efforts made today, if that energy becomes the core foundation of a black economy, of a black group, of a black culture, and the black people who we claim to be, I can assure you that the situation will be solved. That instead of diverting your money to white economies, towards white liquor stores, towards white casinos, and instead, if you diverted your money towards black economies, even just developing a firm understanding of savings alone, that already is a linear conclusion that proves that you can become richer in a society that has been trained and indoctrinated to remove your wealth and to drag your status below anybody that we have seen ever walk on planet Earth. It would be an understatement to say that this was the solution. It is the only way out, and believe me, as I understand the experience of black people in America through a lot of testimonies, research, data, statistics, and I am telling you that when you are backed into a corner like that, the last thing you want to do is join the wolves. The last thing you want to do is join the hounds that are chasing you down, because those wolves and those hounds already know that you are not part of their clan and they will turn on you. The best thing you could ever do for yourself is stand up for yourself as a black person, and watch how your action alone will empower many other black people too who feel the same level of oppression to develop a healthier way of coping with racism, of coping with systematic oppression, by standing up for themselves as well. And in addition to doing so, you will find that the margin of improvement for your life, for your wealth, for developing yourself, or even establishing your hope and your life moving present and onwards, that all will be fine. But this is something that will need to be acknowledged by the black community as a whole, that this is not something that can be done as a solo. We need our black people to gather together and to support other black people when they are being afflicted within the parts of the world. And the only way you can gain that support is if you voice across your affliction. Too many times I find it is a tendency that we as black people feel like we have to hold the burden of racism, that we have to hold the tragedies that white people bestow upon us. Those aren't your tragedies and those are not your problems. Somebody put those problems on you, or at least tried to put those problems on you. You take care of your own life, and you take care of your own situation. You take care of your own family. you take care of your own economy and your society, and I promise you and I can assure you that while life can be painful, it's going to be painful either ways. It will be painful if you join them, and it will be perhaps painful if you develop a sense of black morality within yourself. However, one pain will drive you forward, and the other one will inherently strip away everything that has been given to you by design or even just by promise. You pick which pain you want to go through.